Welcome to an amazing episode of the Beerful Hat Podcast. I am your one host, Victor, with always with me.
Walker, welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Oh, so,
Yes.
Two things,
yeah, let's hear it.
First thing. So, if you hear talking, that's George and the friend, plus sleepover.
Dances, yeah.
Sleepover. So.
Me and Tyler are going to go plan where the stuff is going in the treehouse.
Okay. Yeah, they were planning on sleeping in the treehouse tonight.
Have you looked at the weather? If it's dropping...
That's their fucking problem.
Okay, that's their problem, alrighty.
So that they want to do that. So if you guys are listening to this, they want to do that. We're not forcing them to sleep out there. We told them to come inside. They were like, nope, fuck you bitches. We are staying outside.
Okay.
Nice. So as I was just explaining to Walker, so today it's going to be kind of weird because usually we play Magic on Fridays.
Mm-hmm. Or it's something we want to start.
We want to start playing Magic on Fridays.
Yeah.
Because
with like a group in our town.
Because a guy that I work with wants to start doing Magic at the bowling alley.
It's just a good spot.
A good spot,
hosted, right?
Yeah, it's a really good spot. A lot of people can show up and play bowl and fucking VR and do whatever they fucking want.
Yeah.
So texting Cole because Cole's going to be listening to this episode. So we're going to be dropping Cole. You listen to this?
Hi, Cole.
Shut up and drive. So I text him, there's no Magic at the bowling alley tonight, but I'm taking Tori and her friend bowling. Walker's tagging along. Did you want to join us as well? Asked me how much bowling was. I'm like, I don't know. It's not much.
Oh, no.
It's like, Walker's coming to... Because he was asking, when is it? I'm like, Walker's coming to my place at 4:30 for the podcast. If you want to come over as well, if you want, but I don't know what time. You could be in the episode of the podcast, not knowing he was on the drive home.
Okay.
So he's like, oh, where are you? Oh, I'm outside of town. I'm like, oh, like how far away? Like an hour. Oh, okay. What time are you guys doing the podcast at? 8 minutes. But it's actually been a half hour.
Yeah, so he might make it here in time.
Yeah. He's like, oh, what are you guys doing the episode on?
That brings us to our topic.
Yeah, brings us to our
human
topic.
Harvesting, or the conspiracy that plants are farming us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, dope! I'm definitely gonna listen to that one. And because you're like, oh, did you want to do you guys have an episode in mind, or you guys want to do superhero janky D&D? I'm like, there's already an episode in mind.
Yes.
So probably later tonight we'll be talking about next week's episode.
Yeah, you know what? We can resurrect it. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, and that brings me to my second thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all the seasons for Beast Wars.
Oh, okay.
Transformers?
Oh, Transformers. I was going to say Beast Wars. I was thinking of that Netflix anime Beastars, but it's something else entirely. Beast Wars.
So I have all the seasons, including Beast Machines. So I let Mike that did the...
our logos
and stuff, and our sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So check him out. I let him borrow it, so he gave me 2 boxes of Kraft Dinner, their Mario Kraft Dinner.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so I put it on the counter, left it on the counter. So I didn't look at it for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I opened it up to see how the disc is. Disc 3 is cracked.
Like right down the middle?
Right down the middle.
Oof, that's...
Cracked.
And you let him borrow it? Or...
Hold up.
No? Okay.
Let me get to there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Mike broke it without telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So later today, I have the movie in my hand, bring it up there, and the wife's like, oh, did you see? I'm like, yeah, I saw. Oh, you can thank your son for that one.
Oliver!
I literally thought Mike broke my disc.
I
thought it was my son.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay, because I've been thinking that was Mike the whole time, so it's a good thing I didn't say anything to him.
Also just slowly seeping on it. Oh, man, I had that exact fear when you let me The Last of Us series. It was like, oh, this is awesome, big favor. Keep these in pristine condition, hidden away from the cats. I don't want them scratched, scuffed, nothing.
Honestly, I don't mind if people borrow my shit and if they legit tell me per se your cat you accidentally forgot a disc that was out of the case and your cat's knocked it over and scratched it. Yeah. But you would come to me and say, hey man, my cat's accidentally scratched it. And I was Fucking shit happens.
Yeah, but that was more of like a high and dry moment where it's like, oh shit, did Mike just do this?
Yeah,
Think
it's like,
he wouldn't
I'm
be able to-
looking at it at like fucking 2:30 in the morning, right after work. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, I was almost mad. I'm like, no, I'm fucking too tired for this bullshit. Closed it, put it back on the counter, didn't think about it until yesterday.
Well, there you go. Well, at least there was not positive that it broke.
It wasn't him that broke it. If you listening to this, you did not break it. It was my kid. You demand. So, Walker, you are again drinking pop.
I've been good this week. I've kept my alcohol down. I intend to drink some at the bowling alley tonight. So,
And you're drinking a Coca-Cola original taste.
Original taste. It tastes close to Pepsi, which is wild.
But it's funny. It's not original taste though.
Really?
You're missing an ingredient.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I am here drinking root beer. No caffeine. But high in sugar.
And it's the mug root beer, too.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. Because I've been trying not to drink alcohol. So.
Yeah, we're cutting back, saving money.
Yep. Ooh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Been a long week. So.
Very positive one, though.
Very positive one, yes. This episode.
Mm-hmm.
This episode's going to be more us just talking about shit.
Yeah.
And what we think about it, because
this is more of a random conspiracy. There's not a lot of like legit conspiracy behind it.
Yeah, there's no conspiracy behind it. I legit looked up human harvest, like plants harvesting humans, plants farming humans, and fucking nothing.
The plants don't want you to know.
Yeah. And like I was saying something because when we were talking about it was it yesterday we were talking about? Or 2 days ago?
The topic?
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was probably yesterday because that's how we roll. But yeah, I said it at work and like, oh man, that's so fucking funny because like it'd be like they're giving us oxygen just waiting for us to die and taking our fucking bodies and eating it.
It's essentially it, yeah. That's a large part of my argument. Like a lot of
and like using the ammonia from our bodies.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you're talking to some smart people there.
It's just like Xavier.
Yeah, there you go.
He's smart-ish.
Smart. I can see it. But now, yeah, it's
I think about your guys' fucking magic games after I left, though.
they were interesting, yes.
Oh, I got told they were pretty good.
Yeah. We ended up sitting out just because we didn't want to run a 5-player format, and it was like, well, you know what, I'll just help out Noah. He was his first time playing, and then I also helped out Xavier for another game, and like they were good games.
Oh yeah. So Walker, what made you think about this topic?
I feel like it's one that I've thought about before. I don't think we've covered it on the podcast before, but it's one where it's just like, yeah, it makes sense that like animals and plants are kind of symbiotic in the sense where if we don't have animals, we don't have plants, but if we don't have plants, we most certainly don't have animals.
Yeah.
Because there's almost all of mammalian or like reptilian, any sort of animal life is reliant on plant life at the very bottom. You guys all remember the food pyramid or like the food triangle when you were in school or whatever, where like herbivores were at the bottom, they were the plant eaters, they were like all basically prey, whatever, and as you go up the pyramid or the triangle, you get more complex organisms eating the ones below it, right?
Yeah.
Until you get like your apex predator or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So all animals tend to feed off of other animals, and the ones that don't feed off of plant life. So realistically, all animals are dependent on plant life to survive, to even sustain an ecosystem where they can live.
Yeah.
And sustain their own energy. Oh, this mad lad got out.
No. Last week, he came out, and I'm going to try to describe it. He came out, looked me dead in the eyes, and like slowly walked to make it seem like he was silent.
He's invisible. If he moves slow enough, he can't be seen.
That's also another reason why Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy thinks he's invisible. Because of Groot.
Really?
Because every
time he stops moving, he thinks it's just a regular plant. Yeah. Oh.
So when he's like they're eating, I'm not moving. I'm silent. You can't see me.
Mans is learning from his.
It's because every time Groot moves,
Mhm.
because he can't see it.
Yeah, every time Drax turns around to see Groot, he stops moving. So
No, I think Drax can't really see it. Because if it's not moving, he can't see it.
That's like a classic hunter instinct where it's like, oh, I only notice moving things.
I think that's why he when he stops moving, he doesn't. That's why Drax stops.
Oh,
So he's funny.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay, buddy. So
Essentially, all animal life is dependent on plant life. Like the animals that eat other animals, they eat the animals that eat plants.
does that mean those animals are vegan?
Essentially, yeah. Herbivores are, by scientific definition, only plant-based diets.
But doesn't that make, if you eat that animal, does that make you vegan? Because it's a vegan animal.
No, I don't know what the actual definition of vegan is, apart from you don't eat animals or animal byproducts.
Let's do this.
That's what I know it is. So, like, if you are eating animals, you are very much not vegan. Doesn't matter what that animal's
vegan. Wow, vegan.
Begging. I'm begging out. But yeah, well, you look
meaning of vegan. Oh shit! I didn't even fucking do it. The meaning of vegan. Definition: a person who does not eat any food ranges from animals and who typically does not use other animals' products. So that begs the question, though, because if the animal is vegan, it eats plant life, doesn't that technically make you eating a vegan animal?
No. No, eating a vegan animal does not make you vegan. I mean, look at all the cows and beef we eat. Do you think that makes us vegan if we're eating cows who are doing nothing but grazing on like feed, which is made of corn and soy and? Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're all vegan. Fuck you, soy boys. I'm a vegan. I've always been vegan. This is how it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Technically, if you think about it, if what? So like, per se, you eat a bear.
Okay.
I got told bear is very fucking weird tasting.
Very
gamey. Very gamey.
Mm-hmm.
And that bear eats other animals. Mm-hmm. So that bear isn't vegan. So you're not eating a vegan bear.
But if the bear is eating other vegan animals, that does make him vegan. And if you eat the bear, that makes you vegan.
Ooh.
You see how weird this chain gets?
So in other words, everybody's vegan.
Perfect. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
The vegan argument settled. And you know what? Plants honestly deserve to be punished for their actions. Yeah.
But did you know that the scientists have actually made it possible for plants to send emails?
Really? Yeah. I did not know that.
Okay. I got told that at work from a guy that I think is total bullshit.
Oh, okay.
But it sounds believable.
I mean, you can probably simulate neurons or a neural network in the plant system. Oh, okay, very cool.
But here's the real question. Mm-hmm. If you are eating a plant and that plant is alive, are you really a vegan? It's a living species. I think I just broke Walker.
No, the vegan definition we looked up was you don't eat animal or animal byproduct.
What happens if that plant considers itself as an animal? Venus flytrap.
A Venus flytrap is very characterized as plant. It has a root and shoot system, which are commonly associated with plants. It has xylem and phloem rather than any sort of circulatory system. It is very much a plant, even though it shares different digestive traits that are similar to humans.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, we just fucking cracked that egg.
Mm-hmm. Which is odd, because you know that a Venus flytrap is one of the examples of plants that have a carnivorous diet.
Ooh.
And not entirely self-sustained or a producer diet.
I knew this fucking episode was gonna go weird. Imagine meeting one of those motherfuckers like in real life, like it was super big.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like so. Essentially, our fucking thumbnail. It's from the great fucking musical Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah,
Little Ant Girls. Oh, fantastic musical. The first time I saw it, like it was an instant favorite.
Oh yeah, there's a few, just a few musicals I'll actually sit down and watch.
Yeah.
I legit got told to turn it off because Vicky did not like the fucking chick's voice.
Yeah. Yeah, super squeaky, super like I think it's the 80s that it takes place
Yeah.
in, so very very high pitched, very
annoying.
early era. Yeah.
Very annoying. But yeah, that's why I wanted that picture, because if you have seen the movie but haven't seen the movie, it's about this alien plant that arrives on Earth and eats humans.
And I forget the main character's name, but he finds the plant, he's raising it, and eventually he has to fight against it because instead of continuing to bring in humans. Seymour!
Feed me, Seymour! I can just, I fucking love that movie so much. But when you talk about it, that's what I thought about the movie.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. So, like you were saying earlier, your coworkers were saying, essentially, plants are looking to feed off of us. They're happy to let us grow. They're happy to let us fucking take up and bioaccumulate all the good stuff from the soil, turn it into fucking shit so they can be fertilized.
Oh yeah.
And then when we die, all that minerals that is nice and collected up in our bodies, sure, we fucking get buried in the ground. All the roots can get to us, and the roots are they're the decomposers. They're the ones that want to suck up all the minerals and the nutrients from the soil, while the leaves are actually making natural energy from the sun.
Yeah.
So plants are producers. They make their own energy. They sustain themselves, but they require the minerals we essentially bring to the surface that we bioaccumulate and essentially dispose of, drop off of in our own waste and our waste of bodies, essentially.
Yeah, fuck them plants. I'm getting burnt.
Cremate me now!
Fucking shatter my ashes and fucking nothing.
No, because I guess a lot of plants really like minerals, and like human bones, they build up a lot of natural calcium, a lot of natural iron, a lot of very big minerals that are kind of hard to get just long-term through soil, and plants, while they can grow larger root system, whether tap or I forget the other one. It's the one that looks a lot more spread out, not a tap root.
It's like the fungus.
Yes, the fungus mycelium and stuff. It starts with an S, whatever the name is, but essentially those root systems can still develop. They can only go so far at a certain point, and a lot of the time they are reciprocal to the plant's height. It's a fun fact about cropping root systems is when you develop a bonsai tree, like in Japan or whatever.
Oh, like in Karate Kid, when you see Missy Miyagi like do this little trimming.
Yeah, trimming the tree and like keeping it very low to the ground but very long. In order to keep the tree like that, you have to stunt its root system in certain sized pots or whatever, and the leafy greens will follow in that similar pattern up top.
Oh, that's cool.
So plants are very balanced. Like if you ever see the image of like the tree on the surface and then the root system underneath, and it like forms a circle or whatever.
Oh, it's like a goldfish.
Yeah, a lot of plants are like that essentially, where as much as you see above ground, they have below ground.
That's awesome. It's like if you get like a goldfish or a fish, it'll adapt to its surroundings. So if you have it in a small bowl, stay small. If you have it in a big bowl, it gets big.
Like big and poofy.
Yeah, some motherfucker legit put goldfish in a fucking lake. Those motherfuckers are huge.
Ended up getting the size of some basically. I have not seen them. No.
Oh, we're gonna do a little Google search here. Here, Google. Gold fish. In like,
oh my god, that's
motherfuckers.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking goldfish.
It's the size of a dog.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Great 67-pound goldfish.
And there's multiple pictures of people catching them. That's insane.
Yeah. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I guess when you don't...
So take that. But then look. From that.
Yeah. From a little tiny baby fish.
Yeah, little tiny baby fish. So it adapted to its surroundings, just like plants do.
And plants are very adaptable. Because they go through a lot of generations very quickly, and they adapt to both the seasons, like, they're designed to die off in winter. Most plants understand that, okay, it's winter time, we die off, but can still grow back next summer. All of your grass, it goes into a hibernation state. Trees go into a hibernation state. They follow weather patterns. Like, they know what's going on almost better than humans do, and they can adapt and survive through that period.
So, and also another thing that I really thought about when you suggested this episode was the movie The Happening.
I don't think I've heard of it.
You never heard of The Happening?
No.
It's with Mike Wahlberg in it.
Okay.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
I always get the two mixed up. Sound fucking same. But yeah, so he's a professor in the movie.
Yep.
But it's about plants.
All right.
So somehow plants were able to, because like during the movie you meet these two couples that have plants galore, and they talk to the plants.
Okay.
Because the plants are making humans commit suicide.
Oh, okay.
They thought it was like a terrorist attack, but it's actually the plants.
Plants were giving off like spores or something.
It wasn't like so much spores, but it was like how did they explain it in the movie?
Like a toxin, or a lot of plants can have like a powder that they get on them. Like it was ferns, for example, they actually have spores on them, and that's how they reproduce.
It's something like that, but like when you see the wind will pick up, and you see them all panic because that's how it gets carried.
Okay.
And like every time the wind picks up, you see like people just start committing suicide.
Okay.
It's actually a really good movie.
Huh.
A lot of people hated it, but it's actually really good.
Well, I'll have to add it to a watch list that is infinitely long.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, the whole, because he talks about his character talks about plants in school, and says that we need the plants as much as the plants need us. Exactly. And because they're like, oh, why is this happening? Whatever. And the couple says it's because they had a theory that the plants were fed up with all our bullshit.
Yeah, no, I could see it. At a certain point, like, everybody makes the joke, or like there's a lot of movies talking about Mother Nature fighting back, and it's a very real thing. It does. Like, Mother Nature
is a bitch. Has
a lot more power than we do, and like you were kind of saying, there is a reciprocal relationship between humans or animals and plants, but it's a lot more in the favor of plants, where they don't actually need us to survive. The fact that we are producing more carbon dioxide for them to effectively breathe for their own cellular respiration is good, great. But they don't need animals. They were here long. Plant life existed before animal life, longer, for millions of years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, having that producer aspect was much more useful to them. The ability to straight up just use sunlight to make energy is something that they don't need us for. So the fact that we're around is like, okay, we're just bioaccumulation machines. At a certain point, certain plants are developed and more in favor of us. So, like, obviously, we farm plants, we farm corn, we farm all these different grains, but these different grains and corns or whatever, they grow very fast. They grow in a single season. They would die off in the winter anyway, so we're essentially mass-producing these plants, spreading them around, essentially spreading their seed more, so those plants are more successful overall.
Oh, yeah.
In the race of survival, those plants are doing fucking amazing.
And of course, like, we have the whole marijuana thing, where we smoke the plant.
Yeah. And because there's an admirable attribute to it, more of it's being grown. It's like, okay, these plants that are successful or more desirable for human or animal use are the ones that are being grown more. They're the ones that are being propagated more. And while we're farming them, it's more they're getting more chance to further their own species through us.
But with that being said, do you think they are legit? They have like a board meeting. Plants have a board meeting. It's like, okay, guys, we gotta get these motherfuckers high as fuck. So they're just fucking lazy and fat. So let's more bang for our buck.
Oh, you Pink Kush, you're doing your job today. Let's up that THC percentage.
You guys are gonna do the whole draw, see who gets picked this time, because like it'll be the last time you work here, because that's a promotion, but you'll die. But great on you.
That's it. Like when it comes to not just marijuana, but when it comes to a lot of different fruit plants or different fruit trees, the ones that are more successful that produce better fruit are the ones that humans select for, and ultimately they're the ones that are a stronger part of the species. If you're making better fruit that is more desirable to animals, they're going to be eaten more, and the seeds are going to get spread more.
Yep.
So that species is going to continue growing. A lot of different seeds that animals will eat, or like from different fruits or whatever they might eat from plants. There's so many different options like fruits and vegetables, but the fact that there's seeds in there, seeds are meant to be undigestible by animals, and when animals poop them out with their poop, it's essentially, boom, a free source of growth, a free source of all these rich minerals and rich nutrients to start this new plant growth and continue propagating plants.
Oh yeah.
So plants very much use animals to continue furthering their species, especially through fruit.
Yep.
Or vegetables.
It's like that coffee bean
Mm-hmm.
that like a monkey legit shits out.
Yeah, there's some super rare coffee bean that's like the best coffee in the world, but monkeys eat the coffee berry or whatever, and they shit out the beans because they can't digest them.
Yeah, and they use the coffee beans to make coffee,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucked up.
But it's the best coffee in the world. You've got to have it.
I can just imagine like someone has like a fucking butt ton of fucking shit stored away and just like has it aging. It's like, want this? 10 grand.
Yo, I got these shit beans from fucking 2008. That you want them. I know you do.
Oh yeah. Fucking, I guarantee that'll happen. Ugh. But yeah, it's just it's kind of weird to think about how. Hello there, I am Victor from the Beer Floor Hat Podcast. Are you having troubles of picking out gifts that you want something to mean something? But I have a thing for you. I partner up with somebody at work, and his website and Instagram page is called It's Right Here. He does vinyl design, wood jewelry, which is pretty cool, and keepsakes. Keepsakes like Christmas stuff, stocking stuffers, birthday things, whatever you think. He's done a few things for me, and they are amazing. You guys need to go check him out. I'll send a description below. But let him know that the Beer Floor Hat Podcast sent you there. So in other words, let him know to stay frosty. It's not so much we're using plants, it's just so much that plants are using us.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. A lot of plants outlive humans. Like a lot of the trees that are in this town, they've been here for not a few hundred years, but 100 years at least. Some of the bigger ones, like, they've been around a while. Some of the oldest trees in the world are close to 500 years. There's a cedar tree in northern Canada that I think died a few years ago, but it was something like 512 years old or whatever at the time.
And the way you can think about it is the rings in the tree.
Mm-hmm. The rings in the tree are just the growth patterns of the tree every season. So spring, when it's nice and sunny, we're getting a lot more energy from the sun. All the snow is melting, so all the like minerals and stuff that might have thawed at the surface are much more easily accessible to the roots. So you have a spurt of growth, and you have a new xylem phloem system built on top of the one from last year.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's what actually forms the rings inside of trees and many other plants.
Which is pretty, because you learn that in public school.
Yes.
Which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, going back, do you think, for a really weird conspiracy theory, that the plants were set here to actually farm us from a different species?
No, I think, in my opinion, for the conspiracy, plants existed before us, and they very well could have manipulated their own genetic DNA.
You sure about that, sir?
Yes.
Have you ever read the Bible?
Nope, never read the Bible, not even once.
Yeah. Bullshit lie, because you know why? Because God made Earth in 7 days.
Oh, okay. Damn it, you're right.
So everything's all together.
Okay. Didn't he make the plants first, though?
Just Uranus.
Oh, okay. Huh?
But Yeah, I do believe that the plants were first because, like, if you follow evolution, we came from the sea.
Yep. Oh, and that's it. Like the smallest microbes had to feed off of something, and producers, which are commonly known as plant life, were the ones who were making energy out of nothing. They were the ones who were able to contain it. And any other animal or species that maybe showed up after that was reliant on plant life.
Do you think?
And that's why plants had to adapt to make seed systems instead of just like, oh, we've got these annoying little parasites, let's make them work for us. Yeah.
Do you think that we stole the idea from plants for solar panels?
Oh, 100%. Like the whole system that solar panels use for silicone, they use the silicone in solar panels to essentially trap light in a solar cell to generate energy by moving that photon around is very similar to how chloroplasts in plant cells will work. They take in a certain wavelength of light, green,
Yeah.
is one of the big ones. Sorry, they don't take in green, they reflect green. Red or ultraviolet, they absorb very well. And it's the same thing with solar cells. They absorb certain wavelengths of light, and they take that photons and use that natural energy excitation to move these atoms or these chloroplasts, silicone cells, whatever we are using, to a higher electron state. And when they bleed off, we can farm that energy, which is unlimited because these photons coming from the sun are constant. And it's if we don't harness it, oh no, that's energy that goes to nothing. Or we can harness it, and that energy is still effectively going to nothing, but we can hold on to it and put it somewhere else.
So here's the thing. So if we're stealing shit from plants, do you think the plants know that we're doing it? So in other words, for us making this technology, we're furthering the plants' idea to live longer?
Yeah, we could be mechanizing plants. They could get their own robotic versions.
Roboplant. Speaking of which, the fucking RoboCop game was free for PlayStation.
Oh, really? Very cool.
Holy shit, it's fucking good.
Is it a really old version for like the PS2 or something?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know there's a new one.
Yeah, so if you look on your PlayStation Plus, it's for free.
Oh, fuck. I might have to check it out.
You're going to have to check it out because it's the original guy who voiced RoboCop in the first movie.
Okay.
But it's fucking amazing. Because I was playing it, and honestly, it's basically it's a first-person shooter. You have the gun, and your gun's unlimited ammo. If you pick up other guns, you have to get the fucking ammo for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it legit does the stuff from the movie in the game. So when you see an enemy, it targets the head.
Oh, okay.
So when you shoot, if you get the body hit, you see fuck goes like this, he's still shooting. You get to his head,
fucking full explosion.
It's basically everything from the fucking movie into the game.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You gotta love games like that aren't afraid to just fucking pull out all the stops and be visceral,
Oh yeah, it's fucking hilarious. So I wonder if they're gonna make a RoboPlant.
We can see it. I can see it in the future.
The
fact that they're developing plants to send emails, they're making plants have brains. They're giving more easier ways to communicate. I think we talked about it during the mushroom episode, where trees can actually use mycelium networks to send messages to one another. Not very complex messages, but they can talk. They can feed each other nutrients through this mycelium system.
Oh, yeah.
If we start giving plants more of a brain or more of a way to harness other organisms, they're going to be unstoppable.
I fucking swear to God, if Rick and Morty makes an episode about that, I'm seriously going to turn the TV off. They already did it because fucking Rick stole a rat split brain and fucking make a body.
Yeah.
Fucking pickle Rick. But yeah, it'd be what would you picture a RoboPlant would look like?
I think it'd be like a whomping willow almost, where it's just a big old fucking tree, but a lot of its fucking limbs are actuated. So it'd have artificial joints infused in there, but it would still very much be just this huge hunk of wood.
Oh man, that'd be fucking hilarious.
It would use its root system like tentacles. It would like just slowly worm its way along the ground.
Oh, that sounds so gross.
And like if it wanted to like post up for a night, just get some nutrients or get some water, it could dig its fucking roots into the ground like a fucking bunch of series of drills and worms. You
Just
know?
like hearing all your like all the fucking cracking of the wood
Yeah.
as it's moving, and all your goes in the fucking earth.
Oh god, yeah,
That seems terrifying.
a titan of a monster. I'd be much more terrified of a fucking giant tree monster like that than I would any sort of animal.
Oh man, I don't know if I fear that or fucking Terminator. I don't know.
Terminator? Scary. I think he came up against a giant fucking tree ant sort of monster.
Tree
A
Terminator.
tree Terminator, oh my gosh.
It's fucking made of wood, but metal at the same time.
I am the Treeminator.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm trying to come up with a pun for Sarah Connor, but I don't have one.
Have you seen this plant? It's like a fucking tulip.
Yeah, they're still in my mom's garden. You will take me to your mom's garden.
Yeah. Every time it's like and it's just squeaking near the wood. Oh no, it's fucking stupid.
Let's go back to the argument, like kind of along the lines of Terminator, like obviously happens in the far future. I think plants will outlive humans, or most like biological species, because they can make their own energy, because they can essentially handle a lot of strife. They're used to dealing with very unnatural conditions and still growing all over the place. Like, you have plants in the desert. Like,
Mhm.
you've got, like, tumbleweeds, which are alive until they break off. You've got all these different variations of cacti, aloe plants, that all live in this extremely harsh condition, but still survive.
Yeah.
A lot of plants can live straight weeks without water and still be very fine. Whereas humans, like 3 days and you're done. That's it.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm. So plants are just genetically superior in a lot of ways, which makes me think they're the ones in control. They're like the lizard people, but above lizard people.
I guess imagine there was the government, the deep state, reptilians, and plant life.
They're above everything.
They're legit the people who are running the earth. The reptilians is just their fucking interns. And then the deep state are their interns. And then the fucking government is just the deep state interns.
See, we've come up with a real conspiracy here, guys. This is what is happening. Wake up! The plants are farming you. Next time your dad tells you to go cut the grass, you do it immediately.
You fucking cut that grass. You cut it like a fucking emo kid's wrist.
Daily.
Well, I wouldn't say daily. Say maybe once a week. Let them live like at least a week.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But have you ever noticed when you cut the grass, it has that smell?
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently, it's hormones
Oh,
coming from the grass.
or pheromones or something. And it's them actually like crying out in pain,
Yep.
essentially, where it's like, oh no, we are dying. This is a signal going out to every other plant in the area.
Yep.
There's something wrong.
No, that's why it smells like. That's why fresh cut grass smells so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's murdering the grass.
We're getting our vengeance against the plants.
It's like if someone's like gone to war, it's like, you smell that, boys? That's gunpowder. Love the smell of gunpowder in the morning.
That's just dads on Sunday mornings. They get out at 7 o'clock. Oh yeah, fucking take that grass.
Just fucking like whips it all camo and just like, okay, come on, baby. Puts the fucking mower on. It just like gets down on all fours. Okay, grass, you listen to me right now. Don't cut yourself. I'm gonna cut it for you. You have 5 seconds to do it. Not in that 5 seconds, I'll do it myself. And just sits there and is just 1, 2, fuck you, I'm doing it anyways.
Grass ain't smart enough to react.
Well, I guarantee it, like, you just see like a little weight. He's trying to move.
It's like the Drax thing. They live on a longer time scale, therefore they move slower.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh no, these animals are gonna hurt me. I can't fucking do anything in time.
Oh yeah.
And they get right fucked.
And then, like, if you don't, it's weird because if you leave the grass, it grows so fucking high.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, when I used to live on the farm or whatever, we had fields that were like the guy who would come and cut our fields for hay. He would let it grow for like maybe a month or so, and he would do like 3 rounds of hay in a season,
Yeah.
and it would get maybe 2 feet tall of like all kinds of different random grasses, and that's a month. It would grow 2 feet if you left it untouched.
Oh yeah.
Like insane.
Like, in the backyard, since it used to be an old farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And with an old farmhouse, it's all rich soil.
Yeah.
It fucking grows like a motherfucker.
Oh god, yeah.
If I leave it for a week and a half, I'm fucking pushing the lawnmower like a fucking walker
Yeah.
because of how fucking thick the grass is.
Oh, because at a certain point, it's going to start choking up the fucking blade, right?
Oh yeah, and I have to go slow. I have to go back and forth because of how fucking thick it is.
Grass is trying to fight back.
Yes.
You, man. Yeah.
Yes. That's why I have to fucking cut it down every fucking week, or maybe twice a week.
Well, thank goodness for spring. Are you happy about that?
Yeah, I'm happy because all the fucking snow is gone.
Oh my gosh, we've been having some wacky goddamn weather lately.
Welcome to Canada.
Whoa.
Oh man, fucking Canadian weather. Especially when it comes to fucking summertime too.
Yeah, it still gets as hot as it does in most other places.
Oh yeah.
We had some 30 degrees Celsius weather earlier on this.
Oh, that fucking sucked. It was so hot.
Oh god, somewhere I was living up in Oshawa, like maybe 2 hours south of here, and like a little ways west, but it was like almost 30 degrees every single day that summer. It was like, just living back here, it was just so much nicer. Like, sure, it was still hot in the summer, but nowhere near as fucking bad as it was down in the city.
Oh yeah, because the cities are worse.
Oh yeah, it's just a concrete jungle. It holds the heat so much worse.
Oh yeah, and it's like I have to have a fucking air conditioning in the fucking room because I'm right at the roof.
Yeah,
it fucking sucks.
Oh, there's pools up there, right? I mean, heat rises.
Yeah, I fucking love the heat.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more the way.
Well, that's another thing. Plant life, like forests and stuff, they dissipate heat or they keep climate a lot more consistent. So now that humans are running more rampant, we're seeing a lot more severe weather patterns, right?
Ooh,
so you're seeing a lot
climate change.
Climate change, yes. We talked about this a good few times.
Yep.
But like obviously with more severe and more drastic weather patterns, it's harder for plants that are maybe normalized to a certain climate to live longer. Like if you get trees and stuff down south, like in the city areas that were normally fine living through summers in Canada at 20 to 25 degrees.
Yeah.
And now they're having to go through 30-degree plus days every single day.
Oh, yeah.
The leaves are going to brown. They're not going to have anywhere near enough water. So they're suffering. And now Mother Nature is kind of thinking, what the fuck are these guys doing?
And that's also the thing with Mother Nature, because the way people see it is that, like, yeah, we have hurricanes, we have, like, really bad, like, snowstorms, really bad rainstorms. It's because, if you really think about it, we are the virus.
Yep.
The human race is a virus on planet Earth.
Oh, we're breaking it down. We're stripping it apart and getting every little useful bit we can out of it.
And Mother Nature is trying to fight back.
And it's gaining ground. That's quite it. So, like, when you have a large, dense area of trees, plant life, it absorbs more sunlight. Therefore, there's less heat actually being retained on the Earth, and because a lot more of it's going to energy for these plants.
Oh, yeah.
When you have all these plants around, like especially along farmers' fields and stuff, they act as windbreaks, so they help neutralize just how windy it gets a lot of the time, so it doesn't build up crazy air currents, making tornadoes and such. Like, plants are just a natural deterrent against drastic Mother Nature or drastic poor weather. But with fewer and fewer of them, there's less of a stopgap, so they're holding back. They're not holding the line as much.
So basically, plants are the condom for Mother Nature.
Yes.
And we're slowly ripping that bitch off.
Oh, okay. We'll see how it goes.
We're at the point where we're raw dogging Earth and fucking Mother Nature's like, fuck you guys.
Raw dogging Earth, we've had a few billion children. Oh shit, this is a problem.
Yeah. That's fucking funny. Raw dogging fucking Mother Nature. Man, if someone can legit raw hot dog, raw dogging Mother Nature. Send it to us on email or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. That'd be fucking perfect.
Yeah, so let's see your interpretation of raw dogging Mother Nature.
If you guys can draw it, it'd be fucking perfect. Speaking of which, I forgot to tell you this last week. So what happened was I looked on the podcast app, and we were at 19 countries
Ooh,
on the
okay.
podcast.
Hey, we're getting there.
I looked, we're at 22.
Hell yeah.
So, just because I can't speech well, I'm going to get Walker to list off the countries.
All right, so our biggest demographic by far is the United States and then Canada, which it makes sense. We're a Western podcast.
Yep.
We got some Ukrainian listeners.
Yep.
We've got some in the UK, so England type stuff. Got some listeners in Ireland, Germany, South Africa of all places, Norway. That's fair. Australia.
Which I don't think that's a real place.
Australia?
Yeah. It's just a place that, like, doesn't exist.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe we can dive into that.
The thing
If you're an Australian listener, consensus that it's real?
It's a hoax because Hugh Jackman's from there. So he proves that Australia is alive.
It's real. It's there.
It's a home place of the Wolverine.
We've got a listener from Sweden. We've got a listener from India. Our Indian listener, if they're still listening, you've been pretty loyal.
Yeah.
They've kind of been here since the beginning. There's the Netherlands, New Zealand, the Netherlands again, Poland, the Philippines, the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan.
Yeah. I have no fucking idea what that is.
That sounds like a African nation, but like one of those ones that's kind of ruled by a warlord.
Ooh.
This sounds very naive of me, but it could be just outright wrong. If you're from Hashemite, let us know.
Send us an email.
Belgium, Denmark, Bangladesh, Italy, and Spain.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, we've got a pretty wide berth on the world at this moment.
We are listened in 22 fucking countries.
Hell yeah.
And people say our dream would not succeed.
Oh my goodness.
Our voices are up there.
They're out there for God knows how many episodes. So if you are listening from any one of these countries and you like our content, you think it's funny, you think it's whatever, there's plenty of episodes.
I guarantee they probably think these two fucking idiots are just so dumb. But why do I keep listening?
There's a whole lot of flavor for anyone who's watching. So
fuck yeah.
Or watching, listening. Unless you're on YouTube, because we've got our YouTube videos up now.
I'm finally uploading YouTube, which is awesome as fuck. It's actually pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it's not our faces yet, but like it is still. It's pretty well our podcast.
Yeah, the podcast episodes on YouTube, but it's not our faces like we did the 2 live streams.
Yes,
I think we're gonna limit the live streams because it's just so hard to set up in my podcast dining room.
Yes, and it's just easier to find the time for special occasions. Not every podcast.
Not every podcast. But if you guys want to see our beautiful faces again, please leave a comment on any of our social medias.
Hell yeah.
Please. It'd be nice.
Those social medias are, if you guys don't know, at the Beerfoil Hat Podcast. All one word. TheBeerfoilPodcast. The Beerfoil Hat Podcast.
I was waiting for that.
I was thinking about selling it, and I was like, okay, don't let the
You legit almost had. You sold it.
Yeah.
Until you fucked up.
So I remember the Beerfoil Podcast, but the Beerfoil Hat Podcast.
I can easily change the name. Disregard what Walker just said.
But yeah, any sort of social media that is out there and popular right now, at the Beerfoil Hat Podcast. We don't post too often, but we are very receptive if you want to DM us.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you guys email us or DM, whatever the fucking thing is, it would be fucking great. It would be awesome.
Hmm.
I want to there it is.
Do we have a MySpace?
No.
No, I was going to say, like, oh,
They just brought it back.
oh my
They
gosh.
brought it back up and running. Or Instagram, 5 people saying, and just type in MySpace. I will make a MySpace account.
Hell yeah.
But it has to be 5 people.
Not plants. So if you're a plant, your vote doesn't count.
And you have to let us know where you're from. And then we will shout you out the next episode.
Hell yeah.
Because it'd be fucking funny to see how that shit would work. So, is there anything else?
This was more of a kind of out there episode. I don't really have much supporting the idea that plants are farming us besides that. The only other thing I could say is that the whole idea that life is cyclical, or like even when you have native or aboriginal tribes talking in the past, talking about like, oh, so above, so below, when you are dead, you return to the earth. It's like a ceremonial thing, like, okay, we are respecting Mother Nature and returning you back to her, where you can be useful once more.
Like, you know what? You bitch dead, but you're still gonna work.
I think that's about it. This is a bit of a shorter episode. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, this is a really short episode. We normally do like an hour episode. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of nice doing short episodes.
Mm-hmm. A little more bullet point. We still got to fool around, have our tangents,
So, until next time, if you are a plant listening to this podcast, the one thing that we really hope for is to what?
Stay frosty.
Staring down, the cat's the biggest pussy in town.